Tracy Kelly again for part 2. I was interrupted. I had to stop for a brief second with my son. We were actually going over the kindergarten workbook, and this will be something that we're continuing with on next year. So I think I told you in the last part that I'm going to be getting another book for her. Another thing that I picked up for her, I have this right here, which is basically play money, and it has the coins, and it's great for learning your coins, and it's also great for my third grader who is counting money, and they can play around with it and kind of just use it to play fun games, or we can set up a store, and my third grader can try to purchase and find out how much change he gets back. So that's a great resource from the dollar store, and that was $1. So we're still keeping tabs of how much we came up with total for everything. So let's see, let's do our dollar for our money. Another thing that I have are manipulatives, and those are wonderful for the kindergarten student who needs to practice counting. For adding, you can take little blocks, and you can even use Legos and do 1 block plus 1 block is 2 blocks. When you're comparing numbers, you can use them. If I have 4 blocks and I have 2 blocks, how many more blocks do I have than this one? And it basically gives you a visual for teaching your math or your numbers. Speaking of math, let's go into what I found at the consignment store for math. Well, I was there and I came across this textbook. It's fairly, aged textbook. It's old, but it's the same kind of textbook we use for math. How the problems you write on your paper. I didn't know what grade level this was, but I picked it up anyway because I was like, well, I can still pull from it. Got home, Googled, found out it is a 3rd grade textbook, so that fits perfectly into what we're going to be doing next year. Because it's a little aged, I also pulled a workbook because I wanted to make sure that we're up to date with all of the material. So I got a new workbook from christianbooks.com, and this is going to be our workbook, and it's also through the Sylvan Learning System. It's the same thing. It's colorful. They have robots, cars, all kind of things in here. I really like this workbook. I looked at several, and this is the one that really made, met my standards, and I really love it. This book I think this book was $6 on christianbooks.com, and I'm giving estimates because I can't remember exactly the change, but basically this book was $6. The book, the workbook, the hardback book at the consignment store, this book was $1.50. I don't know why the consignment store, they charge $1.50 for hardback books, and they any size, any other book is still $1. I don't care how thin it is, it's the same price. So I can't really argue with it. The price is good. So we're going to add $1.50 to our tab. This book is for my kindergarten student with addition and subtraction, and basically what this is a dry erase activity book, and you can use your markers and erase. They love dry erase markers. I don't care what it is. It makes their schoolwork fun. Sorry, that's my 1-year-old. It makes the schoolwork fun for them. So anything, and my 3rd grader also has the same book by Practice Pals for cursive writing, and it's the same thing. He can practice his letters, and basically he does it and he wipes it clean and starts all over, and it's a great resource to have. This book was given to us, and so was the cursive book, so I don't have to add anything to our tab for that. Another book that I picked up a long time ago was this book right here, and it's called Questions Children Ask. My daughter asked me, why is the sky blue? And we were taught that in school, but I couldn't remember exactly how to explain it or why. So I had already purchased this book from the consignment store for 99 cents. You can see the price tag right there. So I already had this book. So I purchased this for 99 cents, and it was sitting on the shelf. And I went through the book, and sure enough, it was in there. A little paragraph, why is the sky blue? how to answer it, what to tell them. They have tons of things in here. Why is the sky that color at sunset? Why do we, how, what happens when we turn on lights? All different type of things that I'm going to use for to introduce science topics for my kindergarten student with this book. And I'm not going to add anything to our tab with this because I already had this book on the shelf. It was purchased a little bit along. So this is not going for our next year tab. So this book was great. We're going to move on to history and social studies. Pick these up. National Geographic is the best for history and social studies. My third grader will be doing American history next year, and my kindergartner will be doing world history. Now my current second grader, rising third grader, he has been doing world history since kindergarten. So we this year we covered the feudal period, the Renaissance period, Vikings. He did I can't think of everything. The cons, different the church, the crusades. So we've been doing all of that stuff since kindergarten. So next year we're going to go into American history, and I thought this one was great because it has something on the Civil War. And what I like about the National Geographic books is it's full of pictures. Like some of the reading may be a little advanced for them, but the pictures are wonderful. They kind of tell a story about whatever you're trying to explain, and it has just tons of things in here that you can sit back and enjoy. I love these books. I'll just show you some of the topics I had in the Mayan people. We're also going to be studying the Mayans, and this was great. It has pictures, so I love that. These books were 27 cents each. And let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would have gotten a lot more. They had tons of these, but I didn't have time to go through all of them, so I just grabbed the ones that I knew were some of the topics that that I was going to cover. And I'm adding in our 27 cents per book right now. Okay, so also for history, I found this. Picture History of the World. Love this book. This is going to be our resource and go-to book through 5th grade. We may be able to still use this in middle school, but I know definitely through 5th grade we can use this. And it also covered a lot of things that we already talked about. But next year, my kindergarten student will be doing continents and habitats on the continents, culture. And this book has things about Africa, about different kind of things, and it also taps into the Civil War and to different types of things about history. So this will be a great book for both of them, if we want to look up something, or if we just need a resource, or even to just go by with my kindergarten student about what she'll be learning about in world history. This will be great. This book I got at the consignment store for $1.50. Of course, because it's a hardback book. So this book is great. I don't see any retail value. I haven't looked this up on Google either. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the $1.50 for the book. What I have not found yet is their Spanish and geography. What I'm going to do is we're going to do 6-week elective courses. We're going to do Spanish for 6 weeks, computers for 6 weeks, art for 6 weeks, and music for 6 weeks. Starting in 4th grade for him, he's going to switch foreign languages. My kindergarten student will keep with Spanish for a while. He's going to switch up foreign language from Spanish to French. And the reason I'm doing that is because in middle school he has to, get a taste for both. So I want to introduce him to both languages now, so that as he gets older, he basically already has the introduction. So Spanish 3rd grade, he's switching to French, and I haven't made up my mind of what foreign language will be for his last year in elementary school. I'm thinking I may do a combination of both, or we may do a little Chinese. What I'm planning to do with that is I'm going to get a workbook and I'm going to use the internet for the pronunciations and for him to go over things. So we're going to use the internet and we're going to use workbooks. Also geography, I may use workbooks. I'm thinking I may use the internet more so with geography, because you can pretty much go to map pages and we can do it that way, use maps. We can even use MapQuest to find different things. So I may use the internet for my geography and save that money. But pretty much that's it. I mean, as far as like pencil, paper, crayons, markers, that type of thing, get those at the back to school sales. Also, I believe it's Office Depot. I believe it is. I think I have to double check, but I believe it's Office Depot honors homeschool ID. So if you go in there and you show a homeschool ID, you can get a teacher credit or a teacher discount. So I recommend getting those done, and that's about it. I have my little 1-year-old trying to hand me a remote control. But that's basically it. So we want to find out how much we spent so far on getting prepared for next year. And our total comes up to $35. So basically, I have my entire year's worth of materials, you know, give or take the back to school supplies and the Spanish and the geography materials, but pretty much I have everything I need for $35. We have tons of books, we have the internet still, and we're set. I don't have to go out and purchase anything except for the Spanish, and we're under $50 for our curriculum. And pretty much the only thing left to do is to go through and plan out how we're going to do it. Now I'll tell you 2 websites that I'm using this year: easypeasy.com and Lesson Pathways. Both of those sites have already laid out everything you need. Easy Peasy is a Christian-based curriculum, so she goes into the Bible. My kindergartner will be doing Bible from her Bible, and my 3rd grader will be using more so the New King James book and doing the actual Bible and learning scripture. But she basically based her entire curriculum. She's already laid it out for you. The tabs, the links that you need for the different games or materials, you just click on them. She's already provided all the links and everything. It's a great resource. And Lesson Pathways, the same thing. I've already pretty much planned out their schedule, and I'm using it as a guide to go through to make sure I'm teaching everything that he needs to know for that year, and my daughter has everything she needs for that year. So Lesson Pathways is great also. It's free. And we're going to use those resources, and we're going to get through this year, and it's going to be a great year. And we're definitely going to keep you posted and report back about how our year is going, you know, doing a traditional homeschool. But I'm excited about it. I believe it's going to go well, and I'm here to help you with anything that you need. Again, go to my blog at mommyisinthehouse.blogspot.com. My Twitter, Tracy Smith Kelly, hashtag is Homeschool Power, but my Twitter is at Homeschool Power. So go ahead, leave me questions, follow me, email me questions, tracykelly79@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to answer some of your questions. So, you know, good luck with everything, and I just wanted to prove to you that you can do this without having to spend a lot of money. It does take research, and it does take time in the field to find everything, but you can do it. So let me hear from you. Leave me comments, talk, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.